What is going on YouTube? Today I want to get myself a poutine, but there's like no poutine places are open past like 9 p.m. So I decided to get myself some Chinese food, which funny enough, the places that are open the latest I find are Chinese food places, but like the ones in Brampton just don't like to do that. So, you know, I got Chinese food. So with the power of Google, I found a place called Chinese Queen Chinese. I think it's Queen Chinese. So I got myself some spring rolls, some crab spring rolls. It was like crab and some other stuff in it. It says it was like a new mixture, so I was like, okay, that's cool. And I got something I'm not particularly fond of, and that is honey garlic chicken. Oh, I got 2 fortune cookies. That's for later. Some honey garlic chicken and some spring rolls here. Some massive spring rolls. Yeah. And then some honey garlic chicken. Sesame honey garlic. I thought it'd be more, but you know, that's just what it is. Looking pretty good there. Okay. Before we get started, guys, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you want to try anything we talk about. I'm down to do that as always. Check out the timestamps in the description. Today we're actually going to talk about the Gran Turismo movie. Yeah, I went and seen it. And I got some thoughts on it, some opinions on it. But first, let's take a first bite of these things here, you know? So there's that. Pretty good, nice and crispy. Got some sesame on it. I like sesame. So I never have been the biggest honey garlic guy. I don't know why. I just feel like sweetness in chicken doesn't go well with me. Now, I by no means think honey garlic's bad, because this is actually pretty good right now. I actually am liking this. But it's just like, if I have the choice between this and something else, I'm getting something else without a doubt. You know? But you know what? This is actually pretty good. I don't know if you can hear, but it's got a little bit of a crunch to it, which I really like. I really like that crunch, especially for like little pieces of chicken that are deep fried and stuff. And that crunch is necessary. Now we got the spring roll. This is a huge spring roll. It's like the width of the container. All right. Go ahead and. Oh, it's like a crab leg in there. Oh. Oh my God, I messed up. Oh my God. I didn't mean. We're just gonna do the old twist-a-rooney here. Oh my God, I messed up. I have to bite in half there. But anyways, there's a crab roll there. It's got crab in it. Some sort of sauce, I don't know, maybe some like spicy mayo. And I guess a cucumber, but the cucumber fell out. I don't really like this too much. It's not that I don't like crab, because I like crab. I've had crab legs before and stuff like that, which is basically what this is, but something about this has kind of like a synthetic-y taste. It's like something about it almost tastes fake. I don't know. I'll probably finish one just to finish it, but that's probably not my favorite thing. At least favorite spring roll. I love spring rolls. So, but anyways, how was your guys' day today? Mine wasn't too bad. Of course. Like I said, I went to go see Gran Turismo last week. And trust me, when I heard this movie was coming out, initially, I was like, this movie's gonna suck. I was like, it's gonna suck for 2 reasons. One, video game movies are rarely ever good or well done. They're usually poorly made. I think it's the cheese that I'm like not feeling on this. But Resident Evil movies, trash. Prince of Persia, trash, even though I liked it when I was a kid, but obviously I know it's trash. What is it, Street Fighter, Chun-Li movie? Trash. Wasn't there like a Dead or Alive movie too? Or something like that? Or was it Tekken? I think it was Dead or Alive. Trash. Mortal Kombat, trash. Me being pleasantly surprised by this movie blew me out of the water. Has some familiar faces in there. Orlando Bloom. Who else is in their movie? That guy who's in Never Back Down. The training, the instructor. That guy's in it. I forget where the other guy, Jack Salter or whatever. I forget what he's from, but I've seen him before. Definitely seen him somewhere before. But basically the movie's based off of like the game Gran Turismo. Which, by the way, the first game I've ever owned, on the first console I've ever owned, the first console I ever owned was PlayStation 1. Not Gran Turismo on it. Gran Turismo 3, I think. Whatever. Iconic game, I must say. Now, of course, because it's a video game movie, you would like to think that the movie is not really grounded in reality. I think what they did with this movie is really smart, because this movie kind of served as like a marketing strategy for the game, like a big advertisement for the game. But since the nature of what the game is racing, they can make it like real. And what they did was decide to kind of make it like, not like NASCAR, but kind of like F1, unless it was F1, right? So movies based off of Jan or John Morgensenberg or whatever. He's basically this guy who used to be really good at video games, racing games, and he became an actual racer. He completed 200 races in his lifetime so far. He also served as a stunt double for himself in this movie. For what stunts, I don't know, because there weren't really any stunts in the movie. But the movie hits all the cliche notes, you know. One successful kid, and then one kid isn't successful, and he has a plan to do something outrageous, and by defeating all odds of being good at the video game, he decides to, you know, get the chance to be a driver, and then he beats everyone being a driver, and then he has to do these like qualifying races. He has license to become a driver for Nissan, which he eventually does. And then he gets to a car accident, right? And his world's flipped upside down. And then in the end, he does a race, a 24-hour race, which apparently is real. I didn't even know it was real. Or at least they said it was real at the end credits. So I don't know. So I'll say this. Movie, I felt like the pacing wasn't too bad. And the acting was like whatever. It wasn't that great of acting. Like Orlando Bloom did a cool job. The best actor in that movie was the dad, who was also the guy in Never Back Down. Like I said, I feel like he's too good of an actor to be in the movie, but there he was in the movie. So I feel like the movie did a good job of kind of like getting your hype up. Kind of like the F1 series, right? And building the relationship between Jan and Jack, and Jan and his dad. It's very much apparent that like they don't believe in him because they think it's like something crazy, which to be fair, like any rational human being would be like, you play video games and you want to be a NASCAR driver. Like they're two different worlds. All right. They'd be skeptical, but I guess I think it's possible. But kind of developing a friendship, not even like a father-son thing, but like literally a friendship between Jack and Jan, I think, does a really good job because they're both relatable to each other. Like, you can tell that they both grow on each other and care about each other a lot, right? And that's shown in instances like, for example, when it's like how they react when he crashes, how Jack tries to get him out of that funk, you know, and Jan getting him a Walkman, a new updated Walkman. Like, there's so many things about the movie. And it's like touching. The movie is touching in ways I didn't think it was touching. Now, the most touching part of the movie is when Jan reunites with his dad again after, I guess, like a year. And that part in the movie, it was so unexpectedly good for that kind of movie. I was just like so surprised. Because he's finally seeing his son after he got in a car accident. Touching, he apologized for not believing in him. You can tell dad just has his best interests in mind. It's not one of those like, F you can never do this. It's more like this isn't ground reality and it's not safe. What? It's like, it's so touching because he's talking about how he did it for himself or whatever the case may be. And then Jan's like, I did it for you. And then he showed his helmet, and his helmet had the insignia of like his dad's soccer team. Both start crying. Like, it's just like, why is this part so touching? It's so good for this movie. Of course, they had the advertisements here and there. You see Gran Turismo, and then you see Sony PlayStation, like literally in every shot. And then you see him like customizing his car, and then the car breaks apart. And you can see the parts that you could customize in the car, like very briefly, but you can still see it. It's like, this is a big advertisement, but it's pretty cool. Now, I must say, the story is actually quite a remarkable story. Like, I can't even lie. Like, that was every kid's literal dream. But such a 1 in like 7 billion opportunity. There's like, you'll went from not driving at all, just playing a video game where you drive, to becoming a professional racer. It means you had to have had that in you, and that talent, everything, untapped potential. And it's just like, it's something that so many people train their whole lives for and can't even achieve. So it's like, it's just kind of like a luck meets the right person type thing. And hey, it's crazy. This is the last bite here. Because even though it might not look like a lot of food, it's quite a bit of food. With that being said, guys, that was my final bite. And this was Queen Chinese. I actually like this. The shrimp roll I don't really like, so we're just gonna not, like, we're not gonna rate that. I think it's the cheese. It tastes way too fake, but it wasn't too bad. This was really good. I'll give the whole thing like a 7 out of 10. It was really good. I like the crunch. It wasn't too overpoweringly honey garlicky, so that's fine. So 7 out of 10. And like I said, there wasn't much to the Gran Turismo movie, so there's not much for me to say about it other than it was pretty good. It blew my expectations out of the water. It was a lot better than I thought it'd be. I'd probably give that movie a 7 as well. It's just a lot better than I thought it'd be. Obviously not the best movie ever. It's definitely not like the best racing movie ever, but it's still like a pretty good movie, right? But yeah, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you want to talk about. I'm down to do that. As always, check out the suggested videos in the side. And this was Queen Chinese, 7 out of 10. Gran Turismo, also 7 out of 10. Definitely check out this place if you're in Brampton, and check out that movie if it's playing in a theater near you. I don't think you'll regret it because it's pretty good. And this was First True Review. Peace!